Why do we all have that one friend you don't even remember how you became friends with? Like they just randomly spawned into your life, and now you guys are just best friends. Like someone will come up to you guys and ask, how did you two become best friends? And you both literally have no clue. Like you try to think back to the first time you met, and there's just nothing. You can't remember whether it was because you guys had the same math class, or if someone just introduced you guys together. And the funniest part is you can't even remember why you decided to become friends with them. Like what did they do for me to decide, yeah, I actually like this person? Like was it something they said? Something funny? Did we have a moment? Like what was it? Like at this point I'm convinced we didn't become friends. We were just born friends. Subscribe for a kiss. So, Roblox has just added makeup to the game, and it's wild. So a few days ago, Roblox added makeup, and honestly, it's probably one of, if not, the most useless features Roblox has added this year, and like who on earth is even gonna flipping use the makeup anyways? We've even got a damn 67 one too, that's honestly just crazy. But anyways, what do you think? Is makeup a good or bad feature? Why do we all have that one friend who will start laughing for absolutely no reason? Like, they could literally be staring at a wall, and still somehow manage to start bursting out laughing. You'll be sitting in class just chilling, and the whole classroom is dead silent. And that's when your friend decides to start bursting out laughing like a literal possessed zebra. Like, brother, what are you laughing at? Dust particles? And the whole class is just staring at them, wondering if they are having some sort of mental crisis. And when you ask them, bro, what's so funny? They can't even explain. They'll try to talk, but they just keep laughing and making more wheezing noises like their lungs are shutting down. And the worst part is when you're in a serious situation with them. Like, you guys could literally be in the middle of getting kidnapped, and your friend will look at the kidnapper's shoes and start laughing like a crying hyena. Like, sir, please don't shoot. I swear they're just malfunctioning right now. They'll be back to normal soon. Like, at this point, I think they are just laughing on purpose, because there's no way you genuinely keep laughing for no reason. Subscribe for a kiss. Why is there always that one guy in your class that's convinced he's going to be the next Ronaldo? Like, brother, you play soccer at lunch break with a deflated ball and just scored on a kid who has asthma. Trust me, you're not that guy, bro. And then when you're just sitting in class and the teacher asks him, why aren't you working in class? And he'll look the teacher dead in the eyes and say, I don't need to work in class. I'm going to be a professional football player in the future anyway. Like, bro, you're not going to be signing a deal for Real Madrid. You're going to be signing for a job application at McDonald's in a few years. And the funniest part is this man really thinks he's him. Like you just got your ankles broken and dribbled past by a literal 10-year-old. You are not him. And then he'll try to make excuses for why he lost, like, I wasn't even trying.
It's really dumb, honestly, when schools tell us to just
Hide in the back of the classroom if there's a shooter.
Seriously, this isn't a game of hide and seek. Plus, the shooter has gone through the
Same drills.
so they know exactly what we are doing. Honestly, if this actually happens, I'm not sticking around to follow those orders. I'm
Climbing out that window as soon as I find out.
sure, maybe it works sometimes, but let's be real.
It really never does.
Why is it that the second I'm home alone at night, every sound in the house suddenly becomes a full-blown horror movie soundtrack? Like, it could just be the wind brushing against the window, and my brain's already like,
Well, this is how I die.
I'll be chilling, scrolling through my phone, lights off, and then I hear one random creak from the kitchen, and suddenly I'm staring at the doorway like I'm in a survival horror game.
And don't even get me started on switching off the light in the other room.
You flick that switch, and now you've got 0.3 seconds to make it up the stairs before the darkness eats you. My heart rate hits 200 beats per minute. I've never moved faster in my life. And tell me why random stuff only falls over when you're alone? You'll hear a thud from another room and immediately start calculating escape routes.
Okay, window, kitchen knife, pillow for defense.
Bro, it's just gravity. Calm down. Then there's the part where you try to sleep, but you start hearing phantom footsteps. Like, I know no one's here, but why do I suddenly hear someone pacing in the living room? And if you ever have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, that's a whole stealth mission. You're creeping through the hallway like a ninja with anxiety.
It's a full psychological horror experience directed by my imagination.
I get this question a lot, asking if my mom knows about my channel. Nah, not yet. She just thinks I'm wasting my time on some screen for absolute no reason. And honestly, I'm letting her think that for now. I'm waiting till I hit 500k subs, so when I finally tell her I don't just show her a channel, I show her that 500,000 people supported me all the way. I show her proof that all those late nights grinding was worth it. I want to walk up and say, 500,000 of y'all believed in me before anyone did. That's why every sub matters right now. Not for clout, but so I can give my mom something real to be proud of. So yeah, if you wish to help a bro out with a single click, then hit the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything.
Sometimes it feels tough being a small creator on YouTube. I've made so many videos, but the likes are so few and getting subscribers feels almost impossible. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really cares about this content. But even though it's hard, I keep going. So if you enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Even the smallest support means the world to me. Bro, can I be real for a second? There are small creators out there right now barely holding on. Their videos get 10 views, maybe 2 likes, and their parents are in their ear saying, this won't take you anywhere, just quit. Some of them are sneaking in content creation late at night, editing on cracked phones, praying one day someone will notice their work. They're this close to giving up because they think nobody cares. But you weren't born viral either. You flopped, you begged for comments, you almost quit too. So before you scroll past that small creator pouring their heart out, drop a like, leave a keep going, because one comment could be the reason they don't give up, and one day they might be a successful creator.
Why is it that when I'm a small creator, nothing goes viral? But when someone else posts, boom, instant viral? Like, I put in hours editing, streaming, grinding, just hoping people will watch and enjoy. But every time I post, it's low views, or no views at all. And honestly, that hurts. But here's the thing, being small doesn't mean I'm giving up. Nah, it just means I keep going, even if it's slow, even if it flops, because I genuinely want people to enjoy my content, maybe even make their day better. So yeah, I'm still grinding, still creating. If you want to support a small creator who refuses to quit, hit subscribe. That's all I ask. Bro, why do we all have that one friend who's always late? Like the two of you guys could literally plan a hangout, and you both agree to meet outside at exactly 2 p.m. You get ready, go outside, and you text him at 2 p.m. like, yo bro, I'm here, I'm gonna wait on you. And his dumb, lying, manipulative gremlin ass replies, yeah, I got you, I'll be there in 15 minutes. Biggest lie ever. 15 minutes pass, and it's now 2:15, and he is literally nowhere to be seen. Not a single trace of him. So you text him again, and he's like, my bad. Just give me 15 more minutes. I'm literally outside walking right now. At that point, you're getting pissed. So you check his location to see if he's actually on his way, only to find out his ass is literally still at home. Like, bro, I swear he'd be the last person I'd call if I were ever getting robbed. Because if I called him like, bro, I'm getting robbed right now, please come help me, he'd literally show up 5 hours later and I'd already be deleted from the server permanently. And he'd probably show up 2 years late to my funeral too. He isn't operating on our time. He's in his own personal time zone where 15 minutes means 3 business days, and my patience is completely cooked. Subscribe for a kiss.
Weekends are low-key the biggest
Scam of all time.
Like, how do we survive 5 full days of stress, sleep deprivation,
Fake smiling.
and pretending we understand math just to be rewarded with
2 days off.
And let's be real.
Friday doesn't even count. You still have to wake up early, drag yourself through school, and act like
You're alive.
that's not rest. Then there's Sunday, which isn't a weekend.
It's pre-day.
You're not enjoying Sunday.
You're spiraling.
You're doing last-minute homework, setting alarms, and greeting the fact that
Monday exists.
you're already back in 3rd period. So in reality, we get one real day off Saturday.
One day.
One single crumb of freedom. I need a 3-day weekend.
Minimum.
I didn't suffer through cafeteria slot, broken Chromebooks, and group projects with
PC.
just to blink and be
Back in class.
Weekends feel like a Netflix 7-day
Free trial.
just enough time to get comfortable, then snatch from your hands without warning.
I'm cooked. Something happened today that I can't stop thinking about. I was just playing Roblox with my mom, laughing, messing around, having a good time like we always do. Then she suddenly turns to me and asks,
How much do you make from YouTube?
I froze for a second and quietly said, I'm not monetized yet. She didn't get mad or anything. She just smiled, gave me a hug, and said,
It's okay. I was just curious. Don't worry about it.
but man, later that night, it hit me. She probably asked because she was thinking about Christmas, maybe wanting to buy something but didn't want me to stress. That moment stuck with me. So right then, I made a silent promise. If I ever hit $5,000 from this channel, I'm giving her the best Christmas ever. I know I'm usually out here making crazy, funny videos, but this one's from the heart. You guys watching, you're not just views, you're family. Let's make this happen. Have you ever stopped to think about how often the number 7 shows up? 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 continents, 7 seas. It's like the number is hiding in plain sight. But why 7? Why not 5 or 9? What's the deal with this specific number? Dig a little deeper and it gets even weirder. Most major religions highlight the number 7 heavens in Islam, 7 days of creation in Christianity, 7 chakras in Hinduism. Even science isn't left out. On average, the human brain can only juggle around 7 items in short-term memory. That's why old school phone numbers had just 7 digits. Music? 7 notes. Light? It breaks into 7 distinct colors. It's almost like the entire universe has this secret preference for 7. So next time you're asked to choose a random number, maybe go with 7. It might just be the universe's favorite. Throwback to 2019 when this group of flat earthers spent $20,000 to prove the earth is flat, only for it to end up completely backfiring on them. You see, after they bought a gyroscope worth over $20,000, which is an extremely precise tool used to calculate Earth's motion, they figured that if the earth was actually a sphere, they would see a 15-degree-per-hour drift on the gyroscope. And although they were confident this would not happen, when they went to look at the number on the gyroscope after turning it on, it read 15 degrees exactly. But they still had one final experiment. So they put up these 2 boards and cut holes in them at an equal height. Then they placed them far away from each other and put a camera on one side and a light on the other. If the earth is flat, the camera would pick up the light when they were both being held at the exact same height. But if it was round, the light would have to be held even higher for the camera to pick it up. And well,
We don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
bro, my friend just bamboozled me so hard using AI. So yesterday, I was just chilling scrolling on my phone when my friend texts me, yo, did you study for the test tomorrow? And the second he says that, my soul leaves my body. So I instantly text back, bro, what? We have a test tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, but if you want, I can send you a picture of all the answers. So in my head, I'm like, oh cool, he's just gonna give me all the answers. But little did I know, that would be the biggest mistake ever. He sends me literally 3 pages of all the answers for the test equations, and I just copy them down on my cheat sheet and forget about it. Then the next day, the teacher hands out the test. I look down, and not a single question matches the answers my friend sent me. So I look over at him, hoping for some kind of explanation, and he's just grinning like he just pulled off the heist of the century. Then, after getting cooked on the test, I walk up to him and ask, bro, what was that about? And this man casually says, oh yeah, I used AI to generate fake handwritten test papers, but I made all the answers wrong. Like, bro, you really generated fake answers just to watch me suffer? Then, out of curiosity, I asked him what website he used, and he said it was called Show Your Work Study. And if you actually use it properly, unlike my friend, it gives you insanely realistic handwritten answers for homework, and your teacher literally cannot tell the difference. Subscribe for a kiss. Why did winter break go by so goddamn fast? Like, bro, I swear we just got on winter break a second ago, and somehow we're already in the final days before having to go back to shitty-ass school. How did 2 weeks feel like 2 hours? Winter break is supposed to be for hanging out with friends and family, eating everything in sight, and celebrating Christmas and New Year's, not a speed run back to misery and hell. And the worst part, we now have to just sit here and accept our fate. Follow if you can relate. Bro, why do we all have that one friend who has the weirdest name ever? Like their parents really looked at their newborn baby and decided to name them something that sounds like an ancient spell. Like you'll be in class, and the teacher is taking attendance, going through all the names like usual. But then when they get to your friend's name, they just pause and stare at the paper like they're reading Egyptian hieroglyphics. And then when they try to pronounce it, it comes out completely wrong, and your friend has to correct them for the 47th time this year. And don't even get me started on when people ask them for their name. Like someone will ask, "Hey, what's your name?" And your friend looks them dead in the eyes and says, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you. My name is Croissant." And the other person is just staring at them, wondering if this is a joke, or if their parents actually named them after a French pastry. Like, at this point, I'm convinced their parents just chose their name as a joke, because there's no way that name was chosen on purpose. Subscribe for a kiss. Why is being home alone so terrifying? Like the second I'm by myself, my brain flips a switch, and suddenly I'm the main character in a
Horror movie.
Everything's peaceful, calm, daylight is streaming in, and my brain's like, any second now you're
Getting attacked.
And I believe it. I start walking through my house like I'm being hunted. Every creak, every gust of wind, every shadow becomes a full-blown threat. I hear the fridge make a noise, and I'm already planning my escape route.
Through the window.
And that's just during the day. At night, it's a whole different nightmare. I'll be chilling in my room, lights off, watching something random, and then suddenly,
Bang.
some mystery noise from downstairs. Bro, my soul leaves my body.
My whole spine locks up.
Cheeks clenched.
Heart rate
200 plus.
I turn into a statue, just listening. Logically, I know it's probably the wind or the house sound, but my imagination?
Now.
I'm picturing
5 dudes in
Black hoodies.
armed with crowbars, standing in my hallway just waiting for me to turn around so they can stare into my soul with...
Malicious intent.
Eventually, I calm down, fall asleep, and wake up the next morning like, wow,
I really overreacted.
that was embarrassing.
I'll chill next time.
And then, night hits again. And guess what?
Same fear, same imagination.
Same cheeks.
I learn
Absolutely nothing.
Why is there always that one guy in your class that's convinced he's going to be the next Ronaldo? Like, brother, you play soccer at lunch break with a deflated ball and just scored on a kid who has asthma. Trust me, you're not that guy, bro. And then when you're just sitting in class and the teacher asks him, "Why aren't you working in class?" And he'll look the teacher dead in the eyes and say, "I don't need to work in class. I'm going to be a professional football player in the future anyway." Like, bro, you're not going to be signing a deal for Real Madrid. You're going to be signing for a job application at McDonald's in a few years. And the funniest part is this man really thinks he's him. Like you just got your ankles broken and dribbled past by a literal 10-year-old. You are not him. And then he'll try to make excuses for why he lost, like, "I wasn't even trying." Why do we all have that one friend that everyone mistakes as your sibling? Like, we don't even look alike, yet everybody within a 50-mile radius comes up to us and asks, "Are you guys siblings or just friends?" Like, brother, take one good look at us and tell me what you think. And the funniest part is when you say you guys are siblings as a joke, and they fully believe it like, "Oh yeah, I knew you guys were siblings. Which one is the oldest?" And you two just start lying like, "Oh yeah, he's 2 years older than me. I was born in February and he was born in December." And they're just nodding their heads like, "Yeah, that makes sense. He looks older." Like, bro, how can't you tell we're not siblings? We're not even the same skin shade. I look like a burnt, crispy potato that got left in the oven too long, and they are paler than snow. And then they start trying to find similarities that don't even exist. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you guys have the same nose." Like, no, we don't. They have a cute little button nose, and my nose looks like a sculpture straight from ancient Egypt. Like, at this point, we might have to take a DNA test, because the way people are so convinced we are siblings, we might as well just be related. Subscribe for a kiss.